We are moving to the next and last candidate. Ernest Lineberger is running for Congress to replace Michael Burgess.
Hello, and thank you. And I really do want to thank the Flower Mound Democrats for putting this all together. And I'm so proud of all these people. I know my ballot, I'm going to be very happy to mark it for, I can't vote for everyone, but I know Detrick and Stephanie are on my ballot, and I'm pretty excited about that. So hi, I'm Ernest Lineberger, candidate for the United States House of Representatives for Texas Congressional District 26, a district that's been held by Republicans for 20 terms, 40 years. I'm running to give you a better choice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here before you today because I feel that our current set of representatives are not doing their job. They are putting our nation, our community, and our people at risk. To do their job, they need to communicate, compromise, and legislate effectively. In other countries, if one party cannot maintain a majority, they form a coalition with other elected representatives to achieve a majority. The current majority is fractured such that they cannot vote as a majority, and also too dysfunctional to cooperate with others. Since they do not show any signs of self-repair, it is up to you, the voter, to take the situation into your own hands. Voters have to realize that the old Republican guard has left the building. The new Republican chaos is failing America. Regardless of their catchy phrases and promises, it is up to the voter to reestablish a working democracy by installing fresh statesmen to the task. I'm running for this office to give you that better choice. Don't be fooled. No matter how pretty and well-spoken the Republican candidate may be, if elected, they will face the same insurmountable obstacles within their party that have caused so many to retire or just be ineffective. Make the better choice. Vote for me and other Democrats up and down the ballot to put the government back on its feet and working for the American people. Important work to be done by Congress. Return to civility. Business-like process. Restore democracy and return to our rightful place as a leader of the free world. Subcategories include pass a budget, national defense, international alliances and relationships, and just around the country, encourage better behavior across the board. People's rights, the freedom to vote, correct gerrymandering and political money, freedom to have lifestyle choices, freedom of race, religion, culture, etc., affordable and accessible health care, including reproductive rights, and weapons security, economic balance. If you work full-time, you should earn a living wage. Yeah. If you are truly at the top of the scale, pay your fair share. This is not anti-business. It's actually pro-business. More money in the lower income brackets gets spent. This requires businesses to ramp up supply to meet demand. We need to build to where there is enough for everyone. Break away from haves and have-nots. All of this is in the Constitution, which I have already sworn to support and defend, and have demonstrated doing so. I am a retired naval officer in Navy nuclear power. I've had multiple tours on warships, including the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering and 2 MS degrees, Master's of Science degrees. For the last 28 years at Texas Instruments, I've been working the technicalities of manufacturing semiconductors. I'm the youngest of 4 children. My father was a Navy chaplain and a Lutheran minister. We moved a lot, but we always had my pastor, and he was a good one. Because of all that, I am a man of faith. My biggest lesson of faith it is not to be intolerant. It is not to regulate your neighbor's lifestyle. It is to love your neighbor, respect your neighbor, help your neighbor, and we are all neighbors. Religion is not a competition or a mandate. Let there be peace. A meaningful event from my life. I have had a lot of memorable events, including marriage, birth of a child, loss of a loved one, hit by a truck, shot in a drive-by shooting, and sea stories galore. But today, I want to share, if I can, a simple story from my junior high school days. In PE, we dressed out to exercise, and part of the uniform was blue shorts. Every year we took a fitness test. Those scoring highest earned a gold stripe down the seam of their shorts. Those scoring medium high got a red stripe. Most of us had no stripe. Part of the test was pull-ups. A gold striper was monitoring our test and was supposed to keep us from cheating by preventing us from swinging, kind of getting a little advantage on that pull-up. There's a lot of ways that can be done, so I wasn't surprised for my attempt. He put his hand just under my knee. As I tried to pull with all of my underdeveloped might, I felt something. Pressure. I was pulling up. With some extra strain, I had done a pull-up. This kind fellow student had a good heart, and he used it to help some of his weaker classmates. That day, none of us were the guys who couldn't do a pull-up. That was important to me. We are not always in places where we can do something to help others. But I'm running to give you a better choice, a choice that will help lift others, lift our communities, lift the nation, and even the world. It's your choice. I'm Ernest Lineberger, running for the United States House of Representatives for Texas Congressional District 26. You can visit my website, linebergerforuscongress.com.
Thank you, Ernest Lineberger, for running. And anybody have questions?
Hey, Ernest, how you doing? First, I want to thank you very much for running. I know it's a really big deal and it takes a lot of time. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to talk a little bit about healthcare. Basically, I know that Democrats are very diverse when it comes to this topic. Some of us say that we want healthcare for all. Some of us say that we just want socialized medicine. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to talk about what policies that you advocate for when it comes to healthcare in America.
So that's a really good question, and I'm going to start by saying I am not going to Washington with all of the answers. I am not going with a full agenda. I am going to communicate and cooperate and see what we can make better. If we can do something to help the states that have not accepted full Medicaid funding to accept full Medicaid funding, I will definitely see what can be done there. I think as much of the middlemen that we can get out of the process, the better. I've recently just started Medicare, and that's a whole new system for me. I am retired Navy, so I've been on TRICARE. I don't have the full experience of a lot of my friends who've been using our corporate assisted Blue Cross or whatever civilian insurance. I don't have a whole lot of demands on like, we're going to do this to Medicare and we're going to make hospitals cheaper. I do think we need to encourage both hospitals and universities to make their services less expensive. Universities, this is not your question, I know, but universities have gone up like 20% per year, and I don't know why. I mean, you're paying a person to give a lecture, take a test. I mean, I know they have facilities. Are they overdoing it on facilities or what? But as far as medical, we just need to make sure that costs are reasonable. I know we have these new emergency rooms that you can go to out in town instead of like the simpler little urgent cares or something. And you can pay $1,000 to get your cold checked rather than something much simpler. So there's a lot that needs to be done, but I'm not going to give you those answers today.
So just like previously, I kind of want to ask a strategy question because you have no one running against you in the primary. You're going to run against whatever Republican wins their primary since Burgess is out. So we don't know who that is. We don't know who your competitor is going to be. What is your plan to reach out? Because at this point, we're such a strong red. And looking at the previous elections, you know, we haven't been able to break a certain ceiling of percentage. What is your plan to try and reach out to the Republicans, especially since Burgess now isn't the incumbent? Oh, let me just vote for, I like what he did, let me just vote for him. How are you going to reach out, especially to those moderate Republicans, to try and go, look, I'm the better candidate, vote for me? Because it's also, again, very big area, rural, city. It's a mix of so much.
So the campaign strategy is multifold. Getting the ready Democrats on board, getting the reluctant Democrats to come out of the woodwork, and 100% to talk to the Republicans. They need to understand that their system has broken, that they cannot work within their system and save America. I don't care what their slogans are, it is not going to work. We have already met some people at different events that I've been to, one just at Taco Ocho, where people said, hey, we were Republicans up until just real recently, and now we're looking at what you guys have. So I almost thought you might have been a plant for my campaign, like, what do you need? Because we have needs. I started this on November 8th, was the very first inkling I had that I was going to be running. So it's only been a few months. I have a treasurer, I have a scheduler, I have a consultant / campaign manager, sort of, and we have some people we're hiring to help us with some emailing plans. But I don't have a field organizer, I don't have a social media team, I don't have a lot of things that need to be built out. I know some of the people available to do that normally do are maybe tied up in some of our contested races. I know there's 8 candidates for CD32 on the Democratic ticket. So I'm hoping that after the primary that there'll be a bigger pool that I can fish from and get some support, and just maybe some more people that I'm talking to, I'll find some more people. But two Republicans, kind of 2 messages. The Republican Party is broken, no matter how much you vote for it, and I'm not a bad choice. If you look at, I'm a Navy veteran, I don't want to just go spend all your money. I want to do good things for the country and internationally. I want to protect our international relationships and alliances. You know, I'm for defending our country and supporting the Constitution, and a lot of that is what Republicans used to be for.
You're a better choice.
Thank you.
So bottom line, if you've got skills, seek out some of these candidates and help them out.